How to manage your mind and why you should. If you can't manage your mind, you can't manage anything. Or at least that's how it appears to me. Maybe you agree. Whether it's coping with the day-to-day ups and downs of life, or trying to motivate yourself to achieve a goal, or maybe to muster up the necessary effort to learn new skills and pass exams, it's that little voice in your head that will decide whether you succeed or fail. If you live in the UK, perhaps you caught the journalist Johann Hari talking on the Victoria Derbyshire show a few years back. Basically, after experiencing depression himself and failing to solve the problem with medicine, and having done a lot of research subsequently, he's come to the same conclusion as I have. We've got completely the wrong idea about low mood and how to fix it. I see a lot of people looking for help to get rid of anxiety and depression. There's a lot of it about. Could it have something to do with our modern day lifestyles? Duh. Johann Hari says, as do I, once you learn what your emotions are for, so they become useful instead of a burden, and once you understand what you really need, and know how to fulfill those needs healthily, there's no need for the depression to stick around anymore. It's done its job. Yes, we've evolved to keep depression in our repertoire, as we have all emotions, and yes, they all serve an essential purpose. Did you know that despite our believing that we're rational creatures, we can't actually make decisions based on facts alone? We need to know how we feel about the decision. People who've damaged the part of the brain responsible for emotions, the amygdala, can't make decisions. They simply cannot choose one option over another. Have you seen An Invitation to Stop Complaining from Rudy Francisco? It's worth looking out for. Listen to his stories and notice that no matter how disastrous the situation, the people affected, instead of giving up the ghost, simply shrug and say, hey, could have been worse. He makes you think, especially when you're having a hard day. By the way, I'll let you know later where you can find the resources I'm talking about. Meanwhile, we are agreed, aren't we? Emotions are a good thing. Where we go wrong is resisting our emotions, including depression and anxiety, and trying to get rid of them before their mission is accomplished. If you've been reading my articles over the years, you'll know that this is one of my favourite topics, not just because it's so enlightening, but because the vast majority of us haven't got the first idea of how to make sense of what's going on for us, and how to use that understanding in a healthy and constructive way. So instead, we bump our way through life, often feeling a victim of circumstances. And whenever we feel powerless, we are indeed making ourselves a victim of a great big illusion. So, what can you do when your mind is preventing you from achieving your goals? Enter mindset coaching. It works quickly and automatically. If you'd like help to manage your mind and achieve your goals, you know where I am. We're not machines. Earlier I mentioned Johann Hari. I'd recommend reading his book, Lost Connections. In it, he says, the story used to be there's a chemical imbalance in your brain and you need to take drugs to fix it. It's deeply misleading and unscientific to say low levels of serotonin causes depression, and there's a better story about depression waiting for us. We know that all human beings have physical needs. We need warmth, food, clean air, and if we're deprived of them, we're going to be in trouble really fast. But there's equally strong evidence that we have deep psychological needs. We need to feel we belong, that there's meaning and purpose to our lives. We need stability and to feel secure. But in our culture, fewer and fewer people are getting those needs met. And that's the main reason that we have the depression and anxiety we have today. You can find the links to my suggested videos and books in the description.